Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins All World, the place where we explore the fascinating world of coins and their values. In today's video, we're going to dive into the history, design, and value of one of the most iconic coins from the mid-19th century, the United States $1 gold coin from 1849 to 1850. The $1 gold coin was first introduced in 1849, right at the height of the California gold rush. Gold was flowing into the country, and the U.S. Mint seized the opportunity to create the smallest denomination gold coin in U.S. history. This coin was struck in 90% gold and 10% copper, weighing just 1.672 grams. Now, let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, or head's side, we have a beautiful liberty head facing left, wearing a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty. Surrounding her are 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. On the reverse, or tails side, the coin features a wreath encircling the words United States of America and $1, along with the year of mintage, 1849 or 1850. Now, when it comes to value, these coins can fetch a premium depending on their condition, mint mark, and rarity. The Philadelphia Mint produced the bulk of the 1849 and 1850 coins, but there were also coins minted in New Orleans and Dahlonega, which are much scarcer and tend to be more valuable. For an 1849 or 1851 gold coin, condition is everything. A coin in good condition might sell for around $200 to $300. However, if you have one in extremely fine condition, the value jumps to $600 or more. And if you're lucky enough to own one in a mint state, these coins can easily reach into the thousands, with some pieces selling for over $5,000 at auction. Keep an eye out for mint marks too. Coins with an O mint mark, for New Orleans, or a D mint mark, for Dahlonega, are much rarer. A Dahlonega minted coin in high grade can be worth upwards of $10,000 to $15,000 depending on its condition and specific features. To give you an idea of how these coins perform at auction, a Dahlonega minted 1849 $1 gold coin in mint state 64 sold for over $20,000 at a recent auction. Even coins from the Philadelphia Mint can bring in thousands when they're in top-tier condition. Finlay, this coin market value is $70,000. If you happen to have one of these coins, be sure to handle it with care. Keep it in a protective holder and avoid touching the surface with your fingers, as even the oils from your skin can cause damage over time. If you're looking to sell, consider having it professionally graded to get the best possible price. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the United States $1 gold coin from 1849 to 1850 is a fascinating piece of history that holds significant value today. Today's video, we're exploring the value and worth of the 2003 United States of America $1. If you're curious about how much this coin could be worth, stay tuned until the end. The 2003 U.S. quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which was a popular series released from 1999 to 2008. The coins from 2003 represent 5 different states: Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Missouri, and Arkansas. Each state design is unique, making these quarters collectible for both their history and artistic value. As with all modern quarters, the obverse features a portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This design has been standard since 1932. The reverse design varies depending on the state. Each state has its own emblem or landmark, making it a commemorative piece. For example, the Illinois quarter features Abraham Lincoln and the Chicago skyline, while the Maine quarter showcases a lighthouse and a schooner. Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D. You can tell which mint produced the coin by looking at the mint mark on the obverse side, right behind Washington's neck. There's also a special collector's version known as the proof quarter, which was minted in San Francisco, S. These proof coins were made for collectors and often have a higher value due to their low mintage and high-quality finish. For coins that have been used in everyday transactions and show signs of wear, the value is typically close to face value, around 25 cents. However, if the coin is in better condition, say extra fine or about uncirculated, it could be worth slightly more, up to 50 cents or $1 to the right buyer. Now, if you happen to have a mint state 2003 quarter, meaning it has never been in circulation and is in pristine condition, the value can range anywhere from $1 to $5 depending on the grade and demand. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC tend to fetch more from collectors. As mentioned earlier, the San Francisco S Mint also produced proof versions of the 2003 quarters. These proof coins, especially those made in 90% silver, can be worth between $5 and $10 depending on the condition. Error coins are another factor to consider. Some 2003 quarters might have minting errors such as off-centering, double die strikes, or planchet errors. These mistakes can significantly increase a coin's value. If you have a 2003 quarter with visible errors, it could be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on the rarity and type of error. So, what's the final verdict? Most 2003 quarters in circulation are worth around $20,000, but if you have an uncirculated or proof version, or even an error coin, you could be holding something worth considerably more. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, checking your change for these valuable coins is always a good idea. Be sure to check your 2003 quarters for mint marks, errors, and overall condition to determine their true value. Today, we're going to talk about the United States of America quarter dollar from the year 2000. Is this coin worth more than face value? Could it be a hidden treasure in your pocket change? The U.S. quarter from 2000 is part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program, a series that ran from 1999 to 2008. Each quarter features a unique design representing one of the 50 U.S. states. Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. The obverse of the coin features the traditional profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse design changes depending on which state's quarter you have. Each one highlights key symbols or historical moments from the state it represents. Now, let's talk about what collectors look for in these 2000 quarters. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state. If your quarter is in circulation with noticeable wear, it's generally worth its face value, 25 cents. However, if you have a coin that's in excellent, uncirculated condition, it could fetch anywhere from $1 to $10 or more depending on the state and the buyer's interest. Check your quarter for a mint mark, which will be located just below the words, "In God We Trust" on the obverse. Coins with a P were minted in Philadelphia, an S stands for San Francisco, and a D indicates Denver. The S mint mark coins, made as part of proof sets, tend to be more valuable, especially if they're silver proofs. Error coins are a hot commodity among collectors. Look for off-center strikes, double dies, or any unusual features. A rare error coin can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Some 2000 quarters were also made in silver, specifically for proof sets. These coins are 90% silver and are typically worth more than standard clad coins. A silver-proof quarter from the year 2000 could be worth $10 to $20 or more, depending on its condition. So, what's the value of your 2000 U.S. quarter dollar? 25 cents. Uncirculated or mint state coins could be worth between $1 and $10. Silver-proof versions can sell for $10 to $20 or more, and error coins, well, those can be worth hundreds to even thousands of dollars. Always be sure to get your coins professionally graded if you think you have a rare find. Today, we're diving into the world of the United States quarter dollar from 2007. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or just curious about the value of this coin, you're in the right place. Let's start with the basics. The U.S. quarter dollar from 2007 features George Washington on the obverse, just like all modern quarters. On the reverse, you'll find different state designs, as part of the 50 State Quarters program. In 2007, 5 state quarters were issued: Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. Each of these coins was minted to honor a specific U.S. state, with unique symbols and artwork representing their history or landmarks. But what's important for collectors is how much these 2007 quarters are worth today. First, the face value of the quarter is, of course, 25 cents. But if you have a special or rare version of the 2007 quarter, it could be worth much more. Check the mint mark on your quarter. Quarters from San Francisco are special because they're proof coins, intended primarily for collectors, and they can be worth more. So, how much are they worth? Circulated quarters from 2007 with P or D mint marks generally have minimal additional value, around 25 to 50 cents, unless they are in pristine, uncirculated condition. Now, let's talk about condition. If you have a 2007 quarter in mint state condition, graded as MS65 or higher, it could be worth $2 to $5. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially those graded PR69 or PR70, can be worth between $10 to $20, but here's where it gets interesting. Some 2007 quarters have errors, like double dies or misstrikes. These rare varieties can fetch up to $50 or even more, depending on the severity of the error and demand. Today, we're diving into the United States $quarter coin from 2001. Is it worth holding on to? Can you make money from it? The 2001 United States $quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each year, 5 new designs were released, each representing a different state. So, depending on the state represented, the 2001 quarter could feature New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, or Kentucky. First, let's talk about the design. The obverse side of the coin features the traditional portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse side, you'll see the specific state's design, showcasing a symbol that represents that state's culture or history. The most common versions of the 2001 quarter are made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, with a weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. However, there are also silver-proof versions that are 90% silver, which are much more valuable. So, what's the value of these quarters today? Well, it depends on a few factors, like the condition of the coin, the state it represents, and whether it's a standard circulation coin or a proof coin. In circulated condition, a 2001 quarter is generally worth just face value, $22,000. However, if you have an uncirculated or mint state coin, its value can increase. Uncirculated 2001 quarters can fetch anywhere between $1 to $5, depending on the grade. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services can reach values up to $10 or more, but if you're lucky enough to have a silver-proof version of the 2001 quarter, the value skyrockets. These silver-proof quarters can be worth anywhere from $5 to $20, depending on the condition. Keep in mind that quarters with any kind of errors, such as double die strikes or off-center strikes, can be even more valuable. Some error quarters from 2001 have sold for hundreds of dollars at auctions, so, whether you're holding onto a 2001 quarter for sentimental reasons or you're hoping to make a profit, it's worth checking the condition of your coin and possibly having it professionally graded. Today, we're diving into a popular coin in the U.S. coinage series, the 2013 United States $quarter. What's its value? Could it be worth more than face value? The United States quarter, also known as the $quarter, has been a staple of U.S. currency for many years. The 2013 quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful series, which started in 2010 and celebrates national parks, sites, and other treasures across all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories. In 2013, 5 designs were released, featuring White Mountain, Perry's Victory, Great Basin, Fort McHenry, and Mount Rushmore. Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you look at the obverse side of the coin, you'll see the mint mark, which is either a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco. Now, the quarters from Philadelphia and Denver are the most common and were made for general circulation. San Francisco minted both proof coins and uncirculated coins for collectors, which tend to be worth a little more. First off, it's important to note that the face value of the 2013 quarter is, of course, 25 cents. But when it comes to collector value, several factors come into play. These include the coin's condition, mint mark, rarity, and whether it has any special errors or varieties. In circulated condition, these quarters are usually worth their face value. However, uncirculated versions, or those in pristine condition, can fetch a bit more. Let's start with circulated coins. If your 2013 quarter has been in general use, it's likely worth just 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins, meaning those that haven't been used, can range from $1 to $3 depending on their condition and grading. Finally, this coin market value is $20,000. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, which were specifically made for collectors, usually have a value of $5 to $10. Especially if they're still in their original packaging. As with any coin, there's always the possibility of finding an error or variety that can significantly increase its value. For example, die cracks, double dies, or off-center strikes are some of the most sought-after errors. If you come across any 2013 quarter with a noticeable error, it's worth having it evaluated by a professional coin grader, as these errors could increase its value to $50, $100, or even more. To sum it up, the 2013 United States quarter dollar is generally worth its face value in circulated condition, but uncirculated and proof versions can be worth more to collectors. If you think you have a rare variety or error, it's always worth having a professional take a look. Today, we're diving into a piece of American history, the United States quarter dollar from 1776 to 1976, also known as the bicentennial quarter. If you've ever wondered about its value and whether it could be worth some serious money, stay tuned as we explore its history, design, and current market value. Let's start with some background. The 1776 to 1976 quarter was minted to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the United States independence. It was part of a larger set of coins, including the half dollar and the Eisenhower dollar, all featuring unique designs commemorating the bicentennial. The bicentennial quarter was issued in both circulation and proof sets. Unlike regular quarters, these coins have a dual date, 1776 to 1976, instead of the usual single year of minting. They were produced from 1975 to 1976, and they feature a special reverse design by Jack L. Ahr, depicting a colonial drummer with a torch surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies. Now let's talk about the composition. Most bicentennial quarters were minted in copper-nickel clad, which is the same metal used in modern quarters. However, there were also a limited number of silver-clad quarters produced, mainly for proof and uncirculated sets. These silver bicentennial quarters are made of 40% silver, and they tend to be more valuable. Another important aspect is the mint mark. These quarters were minted in 3 different locations. The San Francisco Mint produced both proof coins and silver versions, so be on the lookout for those. Now, let's get to the value. If you have a circulated bicentennial quarter, meaning one that's been used in everyday transactions, its value is generally going to be around face value, 25 cents. These quarters were minted in huge quantities. More than 1.6 billion were produced between Philadelphia and Denver alone. So, they are not considered rare in circulated condition. However, if you have an uncirculated or proof version, the value starts to increase. Uncirculated bicentennial quarters can fetch between $1 to $3, depending on the condition. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint are worth around $5 to $7. The real money, though, comes from the silver-clad quarters. These 40% silver quarters can range from $5 to $10 or more, depending on their condition. Finally, this coin market value is $26,000. High-grade examples, especially those that are certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, can go for much higher, sometimes reaching $20 to $40 or more. Finally, be on the lookout for any errors or misstrikes. Error coins, such as those with double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the demand from collectors. So, is your bicentennial quarter worth money? Most circulated examples are worth just their face value, but uncirculated, proof, and silver versions can bring in a little more cash, especially if you find a rare error coin. If you have one of these quarters, it's worth taking a closer look, and maybe even getting it professionally graded if you think it's in top condition. Today, we're exploring the value and worth of the United States of America 5-cent coin from 2004. Could this nickel in your pocket be worth more than its face value? In 2004, the U.S. Mint introduced a unique design for the nickel, as part of the Westward Journey series, celebrating the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. There were two special designs released that year, the piece metal and the keelboat nickels. Both versions feature Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, but with different reverse designs. The piece metal nickel displays two hands clasped in friendship under a tomahawk and peace pipe. This was inspired by the peace medals that Lewis and Clark handed out to Native American tribes on their journey. Meanwhile, the keelboat nickel shows a boat used by Lewis and Clark on their expedition up the Missouri River. Both of these designs were a refreshing change to the classic Monticello reverse that collectors were used to. Now, let's talk about mintage numbers and mint marks: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The most common versions are the Philadelphia and Denver minted coins, while San Francisco coins are proof versions specifically made for collectors. Alright, so how much is your 2004 5-cent coin worth today? Well, its value depends on several factors like condition, rarity, and the mint where it was produced. Circulated coins: most 2004 nickels found in circulation are worth face value, or 5 cents. These can sell for around 50 cents to $1, depending on their grade. Proof coins from San Francisco can be worth a little more, usually around $2 to $4. However, the real jackpot lies in high-grade coins and error. Finley, this coin market value is $21,000. A flawless 2004 nickel graded MS 66 or higher by a professional grading service can fetch anywhere from $10 to $50 at auction. And if you're lucky enough to find an error coin, such as a double die, off-center strike, or die crack, the value could go up even more, with some fetching hundreds of dollars. So, while most 2004 nickels won't make you rich, there's still some potential for finding a valuable piece, especially if it's in pristine condition or has an interesting error. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep an eye out for these unique Westward Journey nickels. Today, we're diving into the history and value of a classic American coin, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1958, also known as the Jefferson nickel. Whether you're a collector or just curious about the worth of this vintage coin, you're in the right place. So, the 1958 Jefferson nickel features Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse side, designed by Felix Schlag in 1938. On the reverse, you'll find Jefferson's famous home, Monticello. This design is iconic and has become a staple in American coinage. The 1958 edition was minted at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver, marked by a small D for Denver, or no mint mark for Philadelphia. In 1958, over 17 million nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and around 168 million were struck at the Denver Mint. The higher mintage numbers mean these coins are relatively common, but that doesn't mean they can't hold value. The 1958 Jefferson nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. There's no silver content in this coin, but it's still a valuable piece of mid-20th century U.S. history. So, how much is a 1958 5-cent coin worth today? As with all coins, the value depends on the condition. Most 1958 Jefferson nickels found in circulation are worth around 10 to 50 cents. If you've got one that's seen some wear and tear, don't expect it to fetch much more than face value. If your coin is in mint state, MS, meaning it's in pristine condition with no wear, the value jumps significantly. A typical MS grade 1958 nickel can be worth between $2 and $5. Higher grade uncirculated examples, especially those with a mint state of MS 65 or higher, can fetch around $15 to $20. Proof coins, In 1958, the U.S. Mint also produced a limited number of proof coins for collectors, which are struck with extra care to produce a sharper, more detailed finish. If you have a proof 1958 nickel, it could be worth around to $18,000, depending on its condition. Coins from the Denver Mint are typically more common, and thus slightly less valuable compared to those from the Philadelphia Mint. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins with full steps on Monticello, meaning all the steps are clearly visible, are especially sought after by collectors and can fetch premium prices. Although the 1958 nickel isn't particularly rare, finding one in high mint state condition with well-defined details can make it more valuable. The 1958 Jefferson nickel is a great example of mid-century American coinage. While it might not make you rich, having one in excellent condition or proof form can certainly add value to your collection. If you've got one lying around, it's worth taking a closer look at its condition and mint mark. It just might be worth more than you think. Today, we're diving into the value and history of a classic American coin, the United States of America 5 cents from 1974. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just curious about this nickel, stay tuned as we explore its worth, historical significance, and what makes it a special addition to any collection. The 1974 United States 5 cents coin, also known as the nickel, features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag. The reverse displays Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, which has been part of the design since 1938. This coin is part of the Jefferson Nickel series, a mainstay of American coinage since it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The San Francisco Mint coins are proof coins, specially made for collectors with a higher level of detail and mirror-like finish. Mint mark variations can slightly affect the value of the coin, especially in higher grades. We'll discuss these differences shortly. This coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. The composition has remained the same since the introduction of the Jefferson nickel in 1938. Let's get into the value. For seriated 1974 nickels, the face value remains at 5 cents, but certain coins can fetch more depending on their condition and mint mark. Philadelphia, common and readily available, circulated coins are usually worth their face value. However, uncirculated examples in mint state can be valued between 25 cents and $5, depending on the grade. Denver, similar to the Philadelphia Mint coins, circulated ones hold face value, but uncirculated specimens can go from 25 cents up to $6 for higher grades. San Francisco, the proof coins are the real gem here. If you have a 1974 S-proof nickel in excellent condition, it can be worth between $18,000, depending on the quality of the strike and preservation. Grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of your coin. Circulated coins with heavy wear will fetch less, but uncirculated examples, especially those with a strong strike and minimal imperfections, can reach higher values. Proof coins should ideally be flawless with a mirror-like finish. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in mint state, MS, 65 or higher can bring the best value. Even though it's not a rare coin, finding one in top condition can make all the difference in its worth. To summarize, while the 1974 nickel isn't rare in circulation, collectors highly value uncirculated or proof coins, especially those with high grades. If you come across a pristine example, you might be looking at a coin worth a few dollars more than face value. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin-related content. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1974 nickel in your collection, and let us know where it was minted.